My company, Hedai, we are an AI company, and we are now applying our own artificial intelligence in the micro competencies. So building, matching the talent and the skills. And I'm sharing that a little bit with you. Why are we doing this? I think we all agree with this. The current situation in our society, there is a lot of global competitions. At the same time, CEOs are saying that there's a lack of skilled workers. There are people who have the skills, but how do we match the skill set together? And then I'm going back to the blockchain, how the blockchain is related to that. Having this teacher background in education, we also see this challenge with the 1 billion people looking for education. The current system can solve this, decrease that models. All the MOOCs are already in line what we are doing now with the talent matching side. And lastly, as an AI company, we also see that in order to really utilize these skills, we need to have first a model to identify them. And for identification, we need to have the same language terminology. When we are talking about the project manager, what does it mean in this sector? And in that sector, there's different skill sets, what we are now describing. And that should be somehow well pronounced or presented for people like us when we are applying for a job. So we are doing this in Finland, and we got a nice $500,000 grant from our innovation fund to build that in Finland. So we are making much more efficient use for the skill set. We're taking the data from the open data from companies, schools, curriculums, their course descriptions, and putting them all together in order to, for example, show our government that what is the automatization, what are they looking for, what are those skills, how does it turn into the skill sets, and then providing the educators the more real-time view for that. Team is strong to do this. I don't know if you recognize, there is this mighty eagle from Rovio, Angry Birds company behind this. And also the learning science, we have deep know-how in that sector, so 20 years expertise and in education and people development too. So what we do, we take this intelligent discovery, boost the data analysis with AI, and structure this complex environment to allow in the long run the companies really having the expertise, being the talent pipeline in the schools, being the individuals, being other companies, the whole ecosystem supporting each other. And that's what we call it, micro competencies. And the AI is now really bringing the open data. We can structure it with the semantic neural networking, build these skills gaps, which then allow us to do this matching with the offering and the demand. And in a very simple format, when we look for like a job posting, we can take now the AI with the classes of skills and competencies. We have thought to our AI the common ontologies like ONET in US, ESCO is in Europe, these kind of frameworks, taxonomies for skills. And then we can read the text and build these kind of micro skills for a job posting. The same for us as an individuals. And when putting these together, we can show from the job point of view what we are already having, what skills, and what we are lacking. So we believe it's not only technological innovation, but it's also somehow thinking. And now when I'm thinking the blockchains, which is an area, again, where we are interested in. I'm not a master at that, but when thinking that, okay, now there is skills I need to do there. It's a small one skill set, but I need to have a certification for that, some sort of a system that for having a trusted party to say that skill, what I have done with the MOOC or whatever course, it's certified, it's something that somebody can trust that I do have that skill set. So that's where the blockchain comes into the picture in our mind, and we are totally interested to understand what's happening in that field. Do we need to do that by ourselves, or who's kind of building those standards in this sector? Sure, and I'm happy to also get the introductions who is working on that area, because our core business is really related to this understanding what are the skills, building that visibility for people to see what do we mean with the micro competencies and micro skills. And as always in the AI field, the more data we get, the more accurate we can get, and then for that we are happy to also talk about partnerships, what we are doing in Finland. We're launching the product there now in April, having customers, this type of economic EDOs, economic development organizations. We are looking for that type of a partnership models also in US, having a couple of those already in discussions. But like having this flow, that what we are disrupting in first of all, this understanding what are the skills demand, but then how to education is answering to that. There's also already lots of happening, and how do they tackle this blockchain discussion. So we really want to bring these new bots, new employees into this picture, and I think, yeah, can I still go on? Okay, yeah. So this was the talent matching, but as said, the continuation is really that how can the AI even help to build that know-how and that learning and training, and that's where we've been working also, and I want to shortly also introduce the next level from, you saw the map with the skills which we're lacking, then the next level what we are building is that taking the AI now, and again using these open resources, open educational resources like Wikipedia's, to give these curriculums for AI, to build courses based on that. And first of all, building the curriculum, what is the key concepts that kind of a course needs to have, and then let the AI provide this introductory level course for our users. And that's already what we are doing in vocational training. This is an example in a healthcare calculation course. And the point is that what we do is we show again for the user what is the skills map in this course, what is the learning topics, key concepts, and what have you now done based on the self-evaluation. The user can see that where am I, and we can then build very personalized views to those skills what you have earned or what you have studied. And going back to that then the certification can really look different for you and for me based on that, the demand what I'm looking for my training. So that's basically what we are doing in this field, and happy to continue the discussions. Thank you.
You know, what's so exciting is the first time that I heard about this concept was in September when you presented in Malaga, Spain, and it's come so far, so fast. Yeah. Our education system, I guess in the US, but maybe worldwide, is such a disaster, and this, I think, is a really cool solution. So thanks for your work.